I'm Crist from MyMMANews.com, being joined by Crist 1Punch Archer, who faces Patrick Rivera at Fight World 21. It goes down February 12th at the Eisenhower Complex in Gettysburg, Pennsylvania. First, he opens up by setting the record straight with his dust-up with Nate Diaz, with the video gone viral. He's here to touch about life since relocating with Antonio and AJ McKee and getting his life on the straight and narrow. Some insights about the street life before getting on that right path. He's here to talk about his fight with Patrick Rivera and so much more. First and foremost, I got to thank my guest, Crist 1Punch Archer. How's it going, brother? I appreciate you joining me.
I'm blessed, brother. Blessed and highly favored. I can't complain.
I love
ready
it, man.
To get this work in.
I love it, man. So you're getting back in the cage. You're fighting Patrick Rivera. It's going down at Fight World 21. So before we get into that fight, you're coming off of a string of social media attention. I just want to get this out of the way first. You're running with Nate Diaz. Everybody, they had their own take on it. But now that I have you, I have the person on the line. Let me get your take from it.
Well, my personal perspective on the situation is it's just one of those situations that we were getting into it. We kept running into each other all weekend. Now, when I say we, I mean me, AJ, and Anthony Pretty Boy Taylor. We was there to support Anthony, so we were like making sure nothing was going to happen. So we were at the weigh-ins, and Team Diaz or whatever, the Army, whatever they want to call themselves, them guys, they were heckling Anthony, and they were trying to like sneak him as he was getting off the stage. And I seen Nate Diaz that came from behind the curtain. So I had like stepped in the middle between them guys, and Nate disappeared and went back behind the curtains, and Chris Avila had put his hands on me, like pushed me or whatever. But I was looking at these other guys, when something like that's going on, I've been in multiple situations, so it's like the older people you got to watch out for. So it was an older guy. I had my eyes on that. If anybody I felt like was going to do something, it was going to be the older guy, So I'm eyes on him, not paying attention to Chris. I get pushed, and it goes up from there. So, and then we had another incident where we just kept running into each other, even at the show, and the security was trying to keep us apart. So I was just like, okay. But where we was at, when he walked through, it was more like I wasn't expecting him to do that, but I was ready for whatever, And I forgot I had the beer in my hand. So he had locked eyes with AJ, seen that it was AJ McKee, and then didn't do anything but seen me, and we made eye contact, and I'm staring at him. I'm like, okay, motherfucker, and I guess he didn't like that. I wasn't like looking away, or I wasn't scared of him, so he did that. He flinched at me or whatever, threw a punch. I thought he was actually going to throw a punch. I thought we were really going to fight, so I was reacting to the punch and not realizing that I had this beer in my hand. That was a big cup, but whatever. Social media, they cruel, it's undefeated, so you can't beat the world.
See, and from my perspective, I've explained this to everything. I was at the brunch earlier, and I was talking to one of my friends about this. When you see the multiple angles, you see the painted picture. From me and everybody else who I was with, they saw the same thing I saw. Yeah, the beer goes up, it looks funny and everything like that, but you have your hands up. You're ready to go after that. So whereas everybody, they say the funny and the humor about that, I see like, okay, that's all well and good, but you were ready to go. There was nothing scared in you about that altercation.
No, I was definitely not scared.
Yeah, your hands were up. You were ready to go. It looked like, okay, cool, the beer was there, but the beer is gone now, so what's up? That's what it looked like from my perspective. So, again, the internet's going to run with it how they will, but again, from a fighter perspective, from the meter perspective, looking at it, it just looked silly and almost reaching for just like, oh, well, that looked silly.
I think the beer just put extra. The beer spilling just put extras on it. And people that don't know anything, that don't understand body movement and language, you're gonna think, oh yeah, he just flinched. But if you really, like you said, if you got an eye and you dissect it, you could tell. Like if the police and the security wasn't there, it was gonna be a fight. It was definitely going down. Like I was like before that even happened, it was so crazy because I was standing like not even 2 feet away from Nate. He was taking pictures with his fans, and I'm looking at my homeboy, and I'm like, dude, I should knock Nate out right now, But I'm like, I'm not even going to do that, I'm not going to disrespect AJ and his pops. They brought me out here, so we gonna keep it cordial, But hindsight 2020, if I knew he was going to do that, I would have just knocked him out when he was taking pictures with his fans because he didn't even see me. I'm in the midst of the crowd, and you pull something like that. I'm like, bro, if I knew it was really like that, I would have just knocked you out when I was standing next to you. And you didn't even, there was nothing you could do about it or your team could have done about it because you were slipping. And that's where I have the advantage over guys in this world where it's like, if you're not where I'm from, and you acting like there's a problem with me or anybody that we with, bro, I'm gonna make sure we have the advantage every time. Like we were sitting behind Team Diaz or whatever, Nate Diaz. I could have blindsided him, anything. Like if it was really like that. So like for him to do that, why he had the police with him, I just felt like that was like a real, that was a real like female dog move. I don't want to swear too much on here, but that's what I felt about all that, bro. All that gangster talk, all that you like that, you not like that, bro. You like the president out here. You got protection. So of course you can get away with doing stuff like that, but if we was to be in the bathroom by ourselves and get locked in the bathroom, I'm the man coming out the bathroom. He's going to be in there. He's going to need medical attention. He's going to need help. You know, I'm not afraid of Diaz. Like, dude, you're a normal guy to me. I actually thought you were bigger than what you were. And I seen you. I'm like, dude, I would eat you up for breakfast. Like on some in the street stuff, like, dude, like no referees, you need help, bro. You gonna need help, so, but that is behind me now or in front of me. It's still in front of me because I feel like if I have another encounter with Nate Diaz, it's gonna be fireworks, so
Mm.
it's not gonna be us getting separated. You better remember my face, dude. You better not be walking around slipping like I caught you out in Florida because, dude, I'm gonna knock you out the next time I see you.
See, hindsight's always 2020. So it's shitty in that perspective, like you said, that you caught him slipping, you could have done what you had to do. But then in the crossfire of that, you would have come out as the bad guy, the guy that snuck Nate Diaz or whatever. So it's like lose-lose situation. But if I'm piecing everything together and everything that I've seen on social media together, you're talking about you picking the old guy out, you having the advantage behind him, everything like that. This isn't your first rodeo on the streets. So how
Nah,
I don't want you to go too deep into it, but how affiliated if are you, considering you say that Diaz is a fake gangster?
man, like, yeah, bro. I've been like anybody that know me, they know like, oh yeah, Reese ain't like that. They ain't fucking with a real one because it's like, bro, like it's like being in the wild and you walking around in the safari and you're a gazelle and the lion is hunting you and you don't know that you're getting hunted by the lion. It's like, dude, it's people out here that's really that's like I'm the 1% of people that they don't talk about. Like you better hide your kids, hide your wife. There's dogs out here, there's wolves out here in these streets that's going to eat. They hungry, and I would rip you to shreds. So you walking around thinking everything's sweet, and it's like, dog, I caught you with your pants down several times, bro. And it's like that's how you want to act. Okay, so be on point because now it's like that, and it's really like that now. So it's like I said, people that know me, they know how I get down. They know this, before I even started doing cage fighting. That's the only reason I started doing cage fighting was because I was knocking people out all the time. Every week I used to go out. I had this chip on my shoulder, and I was always angry, and it was like, dude, that was my thing. This is my thing. Fighting is my thing. Just because I haven't done it on a professional level, or I wasn't like in high school wrestling or college wrestling or anything like that, fighting is very much a part of my life as it is any other natural fighter that had a coach their whole life or anything like that. The difference between me and somebody that's been training for this since they were a baby is I never had nobody coaching me. I'm just straight raw talent. It's just raw potential that's been molded by Antonio McKee to be the guy that you're going to see February 21st or February 12th.
And some people, they just have that natural talent. Some people, they see fighting, they want to get into it, they learn all the moves, they do it. And some people are successful, some people aren't, but there's some people that they're just that natural it factor. They're just the dog in them that fight. So my question is, that nickname, One Punch, did that come before fighting back in the day?
Yeah, no. What happened was before I took my professional fight. I think it was
Yeah.
before it was like when I got my professional fight offer. I was in my house and actually in my apartment, and I was staying on campus. I was in these shitty ass apartments, and I had roaches, and I had One Punch the Roach right after I got out of my fight with King of the Cage. It was like that following like that same night, and we got the call for Mo Williams fight. And everybody that I fought on my record is in the top 10, like was in top 10 in Michigan. I never had an easy fight. Everybody I fought in Michigan, they were trying to push their own agenda and push the fighters that they wanted to push and promote in my state. So like everybody I fought was definitely in the top 10. It was like I fought bums. I lost to credible guys in my state at that time. So my first knockout, Mo Williams was ranked number 5 in Michigan. Everybody thought I was going to lose. I already knew they brought me in to lose, but not knowing I'm coming off a 3-fight win streak from King of the Cage, I'm like, oh yeah, this is my moment. Let's go. So long story short, I get the fight. I knocked Mo Williams out in like 24 seconds, flatlined him. boom. They like everybody like, whoa, what is going on here? Reese just knocked out Mo Williams, but Mo knew he was going to get knocked out by me. He knew that he couldn't beat me, and these guys they knew what my weakness was too. They knew I wasn't training all the time. I was one foot in MMA, another foot in the streets. So fighting, once I went pro, I kept trying to find where I could get the best training in that. And my roads led me to California. That's how the world works. Like the universe is weird. Because in my state, it's not a lot of credible people as far as like coaching and people are just like, it's normal. They average people, it's average people in my state. They're getting credibility for things that they're doing. That's a hobby. MMA for them is a hobby. It's not really a lifestyle. They don't have any real connections. Everybody knows somebody, but they don't know the right people. Some guys get lucky because you got people putting money into you and investing and promoting and pushing you. Then it's guys like me that had to fight and really scrap for every piece of attention opportunity that I could get you know, take whatever opportunity I get without even thinking twice.
So the move to California, with Antonio McKee, everything you're doing now. You said you were coming from an angry background. You were coming from that street life and transitioning now. Have you almost found your niche, your happiness? Are you less angry now that you found almost your happy place?
Yeah, it is because the old me, I would have like we'd be having a different type of conversation right now.
Really?
It wouldn't even be. Yeah, we'd be having a totally different conversation. If I didn't make the change and let go of my anger, Nate Diaz would have got knocked out. I would have punched him in front of his fans. I wouldn't have cared about the kids being there or the people that he was taking picture with. It would have been on site. It would have really went down right there. So yeah, I'm definitely a changed person. I'm definitely not as angry. It's still angry. I think anger is an emotion that everybody has inside them. It's just what you choose to do with it when you get it, when it happens to you. Learning how to convert that energy and control that monster inside you. So that's what that's what I've been working on my whole life, is just being able to harness and control this energy and try to put it into a different place instead of just always lashing out on people. And
Mm.
MMA has been able to be that for me. I've been able to be like, I can wait, and like I wait for that moment I get to where I can get in the cage and they lock the cage and they like, all right, it's go time. I love that moment of waiting to be able to have my hand raised and earning that right to be able to call myself a winner. And that's where I'm at.
And with that being said, the next step is Mr. Patrick Rivera. So, what do you think about the matchup? I mean, you're both looking to come off. You're both looking to rebound off of losses. So, both of you are in a good place to have a great scrap. What do you feel about the matchup?
Man, I think honestly, man, I think this is my first MMA fight in what, 3 or 4 years. I'm actually really excited, man. I missed the cage. I miss just missed the whole thing about doing MMA. Just ready to be able to show the world these new tools and weapons that I have and how much I've evolved in the sport. And my fight IQ is definitely high. Being able, just showing that I got way more control. You know, I'm I feel like I got an all around game right now.
Mm.
I was ready for a very one dimensional fighter, very an emotional fighter when I used to fight. Now it's like I know what I need to do, and I'm ready. I'm ready to show the world what I've been working on.
And you,
I just came out, like when I came out here. When first came to California, I was coming off a knee surgery, so it's been a lot of obstacles and things I had to overcome. Just not even physically, just mentally and spiritually. I found God in a different way from being out here. Got baptized, changed my life. Changed a lot of things. Like just it's hard to want to reprogram yourself right when you turn 30 years old, and break everything down that you thought you knew and throw everything away and start fresh. A lot of people are scared to start over and just realize and break that down and just build from ground up again. And that's what I had to do. That's what I've done. So I'm ready. I'm ready. I'm
so
excited
now,
for the fight. I think Patrick is going to he's going to bring it. I think this is going to be a real interesting fight. I think people should definitely want to tune in because Patrick is definitely hungry, and I'm just as hungry. So it's like it's going to be a dogfight.
and you transitioned me so well just saying that how you were looking forward to get back in the cage, because as I was obviously doing my homework and looking at your BYB fight, and I mean, getting in the bare knuckle, man, and then getting back into the cage. So it's just two different atmospheres of sports is what I'm saying. So are you a little bit apprehensive about getting back to the cage, or have you been grappling the entire time?
I've been grappling, man. Look, the gym that I'm in, dog, Antonio McKee's gym is just so amazing, bro. We do everything. We're prepared for whatever. wherever the fight goes. You know, he does his job as a coach, is on the fighter to put in the work. You know, so and that's what I'm doing. You know, I'm putting in the work. We putting in the time to make sure we fix the holes that's in my game. You know, training these last couple of weeks has definitely been different. It's like, and it's been an eye opener. So I'm already going through the fight now. So when the fight get here, the fight is going to be easy. It's going to be fun because we train as if we're fighting. We're training every position that can happen, you know. So it won't be no surprises, it won't be no excuses come February 12th. I'm definitely going to be able to say I left it all in the cage. I won't be able to say like, damn, I was underprepared. I didn't do this. I didn't do that. No, I know for a fact we're going to be doing everything that we have in our power to make sure that I'm ready.
Do you alter training camps for your opponents, or is it pretty much like when you and AJ McKee get into the gym, it's your straight run through regimen that you guys go through for everybody?
Yeah, coach put everybody through the same things, you know, like, and it's crazy because when we're in the gym, I look around, it's like everybody can't do everything. You know, everybody's not finishing the workouts, or they're it's really like it's like what you put in, you get what you put in. You know, I don't know if people say that a lot, but in our gym, if you cheat the workout, you really only cheating yourself. You know, it's not like you not like it's gonna hurt coach if you don't put the work in. It's gonna hurt you in the long run. Yeah, and it's gonna show in the fight. The guys that win is because they did everything coach told them to do. You know, the guys that don't win is because they try to coast and they try to stay comfortable. When if you want to win, you want to be a winner. I watch AJ train, even just not just for the pitbull fight, but multiple fights where it's like AJ's never comfortable, never comfortable. It's
Mm.
never, and the harder the training gets, the more of a monster he becomes. Like I don't know if y'all seen the interviews where Antonio says y'all haven't even seen what AJ can do. They haven't, because he don't even be in the cage long enough for you to even see what he's really capable of. Like it's by far the craziest thing I ever witnessed in my life. You know, and that's just pure motivation for me to push myself that much harder. And AJ is not letting up on me, especially for this fight. He's on me harder than anybody right now. Him and his dad, they own me. They making sure, like, bro, mentally up here, that my mind is right and I'm in the right place. That when we get in this fight, I'm not gonna let myself down. I'm not gonna let my daughter down. I'm not gonna let the team down. I got a lot riding on this, where every moment counts at this moment for me. And it's just like, it's either do or die. And that's how I'm looking at it.
Have you taken any time to look into Patrick Rivera? I mean, obviously with YouTube and everything, social media nowadays, you can take a look and devise a game plan for your opponent, or do you let coach do that?
Well, coach, I know coach, he done his research. I didn't definitely looked him up and
Mm-hmm.
found whatever I could find. And it was like, the videos were kind of old, but I look for tendencies when I look watching my opponents, and I don't try to get too much hung up on there. But I'm pretty sure he's not going to be able to do anything that I haven't seen yet. You know, I'm training with AJ McKee. AJ is very, very a unique, special fighter. It's like, if you training with AJ, he's definitely going to make sure you see everything. You know, you're gonna get beat up. Our gym is like, we got all different types of styles. So, and I watched some of his boxing matches. I couldn't really see any of his MMA events. I seen that he got a rear naked choke like in 2017 or something like that. But I haven't seen no MMA, just all boxing and Muay Thai fights. But my striking is different. My striking is, I hit hard with both hands. It's not like, oh, Reese got a good punch or that was a stiff jab. No, like, every punch hurts. And you're gonna find, they're gonna see, like, even in my bare knuckle fight. My bare knuckle fight, that was very interesting. You know, I haven't got hit with raw knuckles in a long time, so that turned me on. You know, and just being able to fight I'm not used to fighting in a small condensed area. I like to be able to move around. You know, I like to be able to reset, come in, come out. My setups are different now, you know. So my striking I'm very confident in my striking, you know. So if it happens to be a striking fight and he's willing to stand with me, he's going to go to sleep. I promise you that. Like, that my last fight, I lost my emotions. I let my emotions get the best of me, because I think that's the second time out of the whole time I've been doing MMA I got hit. My friends, nobody's never seen me bleed or nothing in none of my fights. I never end up being the guy that's bleeding. I always end up being the guy that's making other people bleed, you know, or hurting somebody. So even if I lose, the guy is walking out the cage with knots all over his head, face busted up. And it's just like, it's not pretty. It's not a pretty sight. So this fight I'm definitely excited for. I'm not underestimating Patrick by far. I'm definitely taking this as if I was fighting Nate Diaz or fighting anybody that's the best in the world. You know, I'm preparing myself to fight the best in the world. You know, I think for some reason just thinking that this was going to be a cakewalk. You know, and that's why I got the outcome I think I got, and I done dusted myself off, and I'm ready to go again.
How do you think this fight will play out?
Man, I think I'm gonna win. I'm gonna end up getting my hand raised, and that's the feeling I'm looking to have. You know, I'm ready to go in there and go wherever the fight takes it. Like I don't know, the fight can go anywhere because Patrick has, from what I can see, he has somewhat of a ground game. I'm just excited to be back in the cage, and I'm ready to get this dub. So if he stands with me, he's going to sleep. If he tries to wrestle with me on the ground, he's gonna get beat up. You're gonna see some type of Antonio McKee come out. You know, I'm gonna ground and pound him the fuck up. You know, I just gonna be nasty. I'm ready where the fight goes. You want to get close and personal? That's my game. I'm with it.
Hey, and if I could get a bold prediction out of you, I feel like you got a little something up your sleeves you can tell me. What do you got for me?
Hello, what'd you say?
I said I feel if I could get a bold prediction out of you, I feel like you got something up your sleeve. I mean, you have something in
Oh
your
yeah,
mind that you
I
want.
definitely got a few tricks in my sleeve right now, man. I've been working on some things, so it's like it's I know I got a lot of videos you can watch on YouTube right now. People are looking to see like how they can beat me or how they can prepare for me. But I'm not the guy that they see in the videos anymore. I don't fight nothing like that anymore. So it's like you completely being misled if you're thinking like, oh, this is what he's gonna do, this is what he's gonna do, or he's susceptible to this. I'm completely a totally different fighter now. So keep watching my old videos. That's all I can say because you're gonna be surprised what you see when I fight February 12th. You're gonna be like, this is a different guy. This guy is not the same. Like, and it's I'm ready. I don't know, man. I'm really thinking. I don't know what. I don't want to give away too much of the sauce, man. Like, but it's gonna be fireworks, bro. It's gonna be
First
beautiful. I'm
round,
gonna lay down a
second round.
masterpiece.
Can I get that out of you? First round, second round.
I'm think, I don't want to. I don't want to. I don't want to do that right now, man. I'm
Okay,
like,
okay, okay.
I'm ready. I don't want to do that right now because I feel like that's. I don't want to underestimate Patrick. You know,
Yeah.
I think Patrick is definitely going to bring it. He's looking like a guy that's going to be in shape, but I don't think he's fought anybody of my caliber of fight, like the type of dog that I am. Like, man, I'm gonna bring it, bro, and I bring it every single time, you know. So I hope he's not underestimating me and thinking like 2-6, like this guy's a chump, you know, because dude, you're gonna go to sleep, and that'd be a first round knockout if he does. If you come in there thinking like it's gonna be a cakewalk, I'm gonna knock him out in the first round.
I will leave it there, man. So, final thing I got for you. I want to let you get the shout out to your social media. How can fans keep up with you? Any sponsors you got? Let them get the shout out. The floor is yours, brother.
All right, thank you. Yeah, my social. You can follow me on social media right now. On number one, the number one on Instagram. Say number one PUNCHKILLARESE. That's One Punch Killer Reese. On Instagram, on Reese Archer on Facebook, Reese Archer on Twitter. I don't really be on Twitter a lot, and I'm definitely starting to not be on Facebook. Just positive motivation things I post on Instagram. So y'all follow me there. Currently don't have any sponsors right now that I want to give any shout outs to, but those are in the works. So hopefully next time we do an interview, I have something more for you.
Absolutely. Well, Reese, I appreciate the opportunity to get the chat, man. I'm looking forward to announcing the fight at Fight World, and we'll meet up that night, man. Best of luck.
All right, most definitely, brother. Peace. Take it easy. I love you. Thank you.
There he goes. Crist Archer. He's taking on Patrick Rivera just a couple days away at Fight World 21. It's going down in Gettysburg, Pennsylvania. You can get your tickets online now, or you can tune in. But for Crist Archer, I'm Adam Crist. Make sure you keep it locked to MyMMANews.com for all your fight news needs.